Right, what's happening guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a really exciting video for me. I can't actually quite believe that I'm saying the words that are about to come out of my mouth. Welcome to my first Porsche reveal. I have wanted this car since I was a little girl. It's the same car that I've been posting all over social media. It was always the goals car, the inspiration car for me, and I can safely say everything in my career right now, every bit of money that I've earned has gone towards this moment where I can actually sit here and tell you that I finally managed to purchase the car of my dreams. And I know that's a big like, oh, car of my dreams, YouTube, like, oh, I bought my dream car. Genuinely, for me, this is a dream car. What I want to talk to you guys about before we get into the video is the people that have made this all possible for me. And starting right at the top there, Williams Crawford, Adrian Crawford, the man that I must have annoyed on the phone several times because I was looking back and forth on the internet at this car and I was sort of not sure, running around the yard doing that sort of excited skip and a jump, being like, should I, you know, just pull the pin and do it? And Adrian very kindly sort of listened to me blabber on in his ear for a good, probably an hour over the time before I even actually made it down to look at the car itself. He's a veteran of the scene. He's a 911 man through and through. They've been in the business for over 25 years. For my first 911, I couldn't think of a better person to partner up with. Here is someone that knows absolutely everything about 911s, nut and bolt, every model, every engine, every quirk and perk of every car. And Adrian has actually known this car for over 20 years because he was the first person to import it into the UK from Germany. So when I started talking to him and I knew the breadth of knowledge that he had, and also he was very honest with me on the phone about the few little bits that I want to do to the car, I knew straight away that this was someone that was going to hold my hand through this whole experience, because for my first big Porsche purchase, I wanted to know that I was buying the right thing, the right investment piece, because that's exactly what this is. It's an investment for me. I'm putting my money into something that is going to appreciate. Adrian, when he spoke to me on the phone, was very excited about the fact that it was me buying the car. When I explained my situation to him and I said, look, you know, I know nothing about 911s. Like, I obviously know the models and I know the colors and things like that, but I don't know much about the engines, much about the maintenance, that sort of thing. So I was starting on a journey where I was really learning everything from scratch, and he was so helpful. And nothing can ever prepare you for going into a purchase blind, first of all, because I wasn't there in the country when I decided to, you know, click send the money. And he was very honest and took me around the car bit by bit, mechanical piece by piece, and said, you know, this is what you're buying. And I trusted every word of his, and so far so good. He's definitely come good on his promise, and you know, you'll see as we get into the video that he just knows everything that he possibly can about this car, and that made me feel so comfortable when I was purchasing it. The second people that I wanted to talk to you about is Approved Finance. Now, I had a good chunk of money towards this car, but I knew that I was going to be needing a little bit more to finish off the purchase. Approved Finance were there from the beginning. They understood why I wanted to buy this, understood my reasonings that this was an investment piece and that it's going to be staying with me for a long time. They also were very helpful with sort of getting the right information that I needed to make sure that the deal went through. Krish was on the other end of the phone to me on a WhatsApp message, any questions I had day or night, and made the whole thing very seamless. I would say, you guys, if you're looking to make an investment purchase, you know, I'm the ultimate FOMO girl. I thought this was going to be the car that was going to fly away from me and I wouldn't be able to catch it before the values got too much for me to afford. Definitely give these guys a shout. They understand passion. They understand why you would want to make a purchase like this, and that goes such a long way when you're doing something like finance, because I find the whole thing very stressful. But they definitely made it really, really easy. Also, when I needed to get the document signed, Krish came to my house, all socially distant, and hand delivered the paperwork for me to sign, so it got the whole thing rolling that evening. Had the money in the bank 24 hours later, so you can't ask for more. And thirdly, Elevate Brokers, insurance brokers. I've been working with these guys for a couple of years. Would not go to another broker. Again, seamless, easy, very knowledgeable about cars, especially when you get into the higher values, and they're easily got hold of. I don't spend an hour and a half telling somebody my details over and over again, which we all know can be really frustrating when we're sorting our insurance out. They're on a WhatsApp message, very easy for me to add drivers, add new cars on. So this car has been added to my policy as well. And they also understand how to insure a vehicle of that age and also the value of classic cars. So they are absolutely brilliant. They are my 3 go-tos that have made this whole thing happen. So I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. Let's get into the reveal. It is not the warmest of days.
Becky, why are we in Plymouth?
We are going to pick up a very special purchase that I'm actually kind of nervous sick about, and even though I'm so excited, I just have this like, oh my god feeling. It's my first Porsche and the first real grown-up purchase I think I've ever made in my life. It's a responsibility. Cheers. I think that's my one.
Are you ready to have a look?
Yeah, I'm scared. I mean, I don't even know why I'm scared.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Right. This is the first time I've seen this car in the flesh, by the way, guys. First time. So, let's do this.
Okay.
And the sun's on it as well. Yeah. I'm going to shut my eyes. Alright. Is it nice, Patrick?
That's right.
Oh my god. Can I look?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Look at that. Look. I've looked at these cars, I've posted pictures of these cars, I've talked about these cars for years and years, and it was always that car that one day.
This is the poster car, and this particular car was something that remained. I had this car 20 years ago, and it was a special car then. I remember driving it, and it was so astonishingly quick that you couldn't catch gears fast enough with it. And I lost track of where it went, and it's turned up again now 20 years later and is ready for another adventure, so that is fantastic. There was a part of me that thought I should keep it for myself. That's the truth. And then you came along.
You got a phone call from Ireland. Adrian, I don't know what I'm doing, but I really want this car. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea. Mind you, I sell cars.
Well, yeah, there is that, of course. Oh my god. It's so cool. The pedals are quite close together on these, aren't they? Wow. Do you think it suits me?
You need a steering wheel in there, Becky.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
With a centre line in it as well. I absolutely love it. It's just so cool. Wow. It's special. It does. It sounds mental.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the appeal.
Oh my god, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Are you smiling?
I am smiling massively. It's a really special car.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say. I'm rubbish at these things. You know, when you actually do something and you're just like, I don't actually know what to say. I love it.
You've got the producer over there.
I know, yeah. Rose, what do I need to do? Start crying?
What should she say?
Start thanking my mum and dad? Oh no, it's only a paper I did. I really want to put, do you know, like the big bubble tyres on it? Like a deep dish, and just make it almost like a little bit racy. Because it's quite...
So more like a 15 or 16 inch wheel?
Yeah, like smaller wheel,
Yeah.
bigger sidewall, bigger profile tyre. Like a bubbly tyre on it. I just love that rear profile of the car. Do you know, like the iconic turbo shape? I feel like a few people would be like, why didn't you get a 964 turbo? But I feel like the 930, 911 was the original.
What I like about this is that it's a German car. It's left-hand drive. The left-hand drive, especially for you because you're reasonably tall, will suit you better. You'll be more comfortable in it. And then we've got a non-sunroof car, super rare. Okay, Germans like that. They like it makes the profile of the car look nicer, and it's a non-rear wiper car. So all the British ones had a sunroof, had a rear wiper, obviously had right-hand steering. For me, this is exactly the way I'd want it. I love the colour. It's subtle on a car that's not subtle. Fantastic.
And this was it's not called paint to sample, is it? It's just special order.
It's a special order colour because they did two types of paint special orders, if you like. So a special order paint was a colour that was already in the Porsche palette from years ago. So that's what this would have been, because this is not 1988 colour. It's a colour from, I think, 81, 82. And then they did paint to sample, which was, you know, they painted the colour of your shoe if you wanted.
Can we have a quick look at the engine?
Yeah.
I don't even know how you
So
get
the engine
how
is
do you-
in here.
Okay. What's in the?
So you give that a little yank.
We pull it outwards.
Yeah. That's it.
And then just lift. Because I noticed this is like a 964 intercooler.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Well, the 964 turbos had this engine.
Yep.
So this has got the 964 intercooler. The original intercoolers would have been about this big.
Yep.
So that helps with the power.
Look at these as well. It's so original, isn't it?
Yep.
But like special at the same time. It's not. I would not have fared well with a concourse car. Like, it's just not me. It's far too posh for me. This is a little bit more.
So this was modified in period, basically, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
So the modifications were done back when they
This
would have
would
been.
so on its this car when I bought it was, I think, a two-owner car, because I was buying really, really low kilometre, low ownership, full history cars. So it's likely this would have been a two-owner car, and the typical story, and I'm certain this would have been the same, would have been would have been a summer use car. So they'd have registered it from the end of March through to, I think it was sort of beginning of October or end of October. That would be deemed summer use. And this car was modified in Germany. So the air conditioning was removed, save weight, make a bit of space, and the motor was believed to be about 450 horsepower, but you had this the boost controller in there that I was always really rather afraid to touch, because the thing was lively enough as it was. And when I first sold it to a chap, I said, you know, do not touch that.
I think you've already told me, like the proverbial
Because
big
it's
red button. Like,
fast already. But anyhow, all that's doing is altering the amount of boost pressure, and the more boost pressure you run, the faster it's going to go, and the closer to the edge you are.
whack her all the way up to the right. No. This is the. I can hear the worry in his voice already. No, it's worrying me.
I might just disconnect it for you.
No, don't be so. It'll be fun. No, in all seriousness, this is a car to be respected. I've spoken to a couple of people when I told them that I was buying this. They're all like, fantastic, congratulations. Be careful.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something to be respected.
Well, you'll be fine with it. You'll absolutely be fine. You've got a bit of you've got respect, and you've got a bit of experience. So You'll gradually get into it. You'll gradually learn more and more about it.
Well, I want to take it to an as I said on the phone to you, I want to take it to an airfield and just learn about the car and just see where its snap points are, see how it transitions with the weight. Because I think, as you said, I feel like once you have that forward momentum, like the lift-off oversteer on these cars can be fairly sketch.
Exactly, yeah.
Would be great.
You'll be great.
I absolutely love it. It's so cool. And then yeah, this one came up and I looked through the spec and I was like, it's not a concourse car, it's not like a car that's been like museum pieced. It's like, I'm not that type of girl anyway, I want to drive it. And yeah, it's a little bit rude, isn't it?
Well.
Exactly. It's like a grown-up colour as well. It's not as obnoxious as that thing out there.
No.
Sweet. For this video, thanks so much guys. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It's still mental, I can't quite believe that car is sat waiting for me when I get home from Ireland. If you made it this far into the video, made it in the comments and I'll personally get back to you myself. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. We're getting so close to that 100k subscribers. But other than that, that's it from me for a couple of days. I'm coming back to you with some Christmas comments fun, a little bit of festive fun before we get into the Christmas holidays. And yeah, other than that, that's it from me. Take care, look after yourselves, I'll see you soon. Bye.